You may have roadblocks that you don't even know you have. Those details may be encumbered by specific people behaving specific ways. They may be attached to unimportant details. They may be cursed by you viewing the path as a how and excluding all other options. So by keeping it general, wealth and abundance, friends and laughter, health and healing, rocking joyful milk through my nose laughter. The universe is like, I know how to do that, Dooley. I know how to do that because we kept it general. But that's weird. What about the details? Today, we're going to talk about the details. I teach playing the matrix, all around the world and have done so for 10 years. The teaching here hinges on the beauty and the power of phrasing your end results generally, not with details. I know everybody, including me, at times, talk about the glorious details. In fact, today we're talking about the glorious details. I'm not negating that the details are rocket fuel for getting a sense of passion and care involved with pursuing your dreams and desires. But last week, when we defined our lifestyle, our dreamed lifestyle, if you've missed that, anybody watching, that's the one to watch. Because here we're starting out brand new territory with a brand new vision based on honesty and truth for the best chapter of our life. And we termed it lifestyle transformation. Clever, huh? Clever because that forced you to keep it general. There was a worksheet and an exercise. I know you all did it who were attending last week. The worksheet was to get you in a mindset of what's the big picture of your life's transformation going to look like in terms of lifestyle change. Okay, where will you go? How will you hang out? What will be your priorities? What's gonna thrill you? And I cautioned not to go too deeply into the details. The reason this is step one of playing the matrix, you don't need the matrix to understand this. The reason step one of creating change is to keep it general is because you then give divine intelligence infinite latitude to figure out the shortest, quickest, happiest way to get there in alignment with your other 42 dreams and in alignment with your 27 fears and in alignment with your empowering beliefs and considering your invisible limiting beliefs and considering all of the above for 7.5 billion co-creators on planet Earth. When you keep it general, the universe is like GPS navigation. I know how to get there, but we got to go over here. And then we got to go up there. And then we got to go down. And you're going to think it's all bad, but it's really all good. And then we got to work you around this. And we're going to move beyond your invisible limiting self-sabotaging beliefs, even if you don't know what they are. We're going to get so-and-so to the sidelines of your life, and we're going to make room for a new partner, a new business interest, a new investor, some more clients over here. But we've got to do this obstacle course. The universe knows, like GPS navigation, when you give it an end result, detailed or general, it knows how to get there. But if it's detailed, you may have roadblocks that you don't even know you have. Those details may be encumbered by specific people behaving specific ways. They may be attached to unimportant details. They may be cursed by you viewing the path as a how and excluding all other options. So by keeping it general, wealth and abundance, friends and laughter, health and healing, rocking joyful milk through my nose laughter. The universe is like, I know how to do that, Dooley. I know how to do that. Because we kept it general. But that's weird. What about the details? Today, we're going to talk about the details. We're going to talk about dressing up the dream with all those luscious details with a few tiny caveats. But this is one of the funnest steps of the whole journey. You can do it alone. You can do it in your mind. You can do it in any way that suits you. You can script stuff out. You can paint it out if you're artistically inclined. You can put stuff all over your house. I'm going to tell you all exactly how to do this going forward. I did say I would mention the Bermuda Triangle of manifestation. That was last week's effort by keeping general and only nailing as an end result your lifestyle changes and not putting who's and how's and when's and details into the picture, we automatically avoid the Bermuda Triangle of manifestation. The Bermuda Triangle of manifestation, only because I promised I'd mention it. One point of the three is wanting your dream to come true in a certain how. My book will be published and Oprah will love it and I'll live happily ever. You close the door on all other possibilities. So you don't want to insist on a how. We're not going to take it out of the equation. No, it might be your book, but we're going to leave the door open for others. You don't want to insist on the specific behavior of a specific person. You're never assured that that will work. So your dream could be in limbo if your end result is a specific person behaving in specific ways. I know that can seem heartbreaking, but and we're not going to take that person out of the picture, but we're not going to insist and put off our happiness waiting for them to change. And the third is any end result that is a detail, because all details are unimportant. They're cool, they're fun, they're sexy, they're thrilling, they get us emotionally involved. There's a place for details, and we're about to talk about that. But that place is not as an end result. So that's the Bermuda Triangle: hows, who's, and details. That was automatically navigated around with our sailing vessel by having lifestyle transformation as our end result. Now we're going to go into the details. So this step, getting into the details, is deceptive, but not necessarily deceptive, because it's all about emotion. That's what the details are good for. They're cool, fun, and sexy. By getting into the details, we get ramped up. Woo, woo, baby. Okay? And this is good when you've already programmed life's magic with a lifestyle priority for transformation. Now, because that lifestyle priority is vague, is general, maybe borderline boring, that's not good. That's not good for manifestations. So that's why we didn't stop there. Okay, what we want to do is dress up the vagueness of a rocking life. What does a rocking life mean? Oh, it means international travel. It means wealth and abundance. It means friends and laughter. It means creative, fulfilling work. Oh, now we're stepping it down. What does creative, fulfilling work mean? That means writing every day for some people. That means working with people every day. That means working with animals all the time. That means being able to have a lifestyle that's so productive that I earn a lot of money and I can buy my kids stuff and my grandkids stuff and I can start a foundation and I can buy that red Mercedes. There's nothing unspiritual about a red Mercedes. Yes, it's deep into the details. We start general and then we prop it up, if you will. We dress it up, if you will, with exciting details that resonate with you. Your details might be very different than my details. All of us are different in that regard. We all want happiness. We all want rocking lives, but how we dress them up is different. And that's where this step comes in and is so valuable. Here you have license to get into all the minutia, the bling, the bells and whistles, where you're going to buy your next house, what it's going to look like, how many boats you're going to own, how many charities you're going to fund, how many, just go there, minutia. What's your favorite stone? Is it a diamond? Is it an emerald? Do you not care at all? It's all good. So now you're going to get into the details. So by getting into the details, we're going to ramp up passion and emotion and desire. Remember when I shared earlier, and I'll give you the whole story now if this is your first mini manifesting workshop, when I set out to write a note from the universe or any creative writing project, I start out with visualization of my desired end result, which is, woohoo, a little happy dance, because what I just wrote is so fantastic. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I get into the emotion. And I told you, sometimes in my life, I've witnessed that a thing I do that precipitates and accelerates shocking change is I get doubled over in desire. Oh, I want it so much. I know that's a bit theatrical, but I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the whole thing. At certain crossroads in my life, when I felt things were doomed and I was an idiot, I would get like this, evidencing the power of emotion. The whole point of getting into, you can get into the emotion, obviously, and we've talked about that before in other mini manifesting workshops, without the details. But the details are a great way to kind of get you there super fast with meaning and definition. Okay, details are awesome, and it's all about the emotion. So this is the power, by the way, the power of details can be seen when me and my peers talk about scrapbooks, vision boards, creative visualization, and pictures all around your house on your computer monitor of things. Usually pictures are of things. This is not just about things, or it could be scenes. Like I have a picture of myself on a bulletin board where I'm standing on a, it's not really me, it's somebody else. Standing on a stage. This is the bottom of the end of a football field, and the entire stadium is filled, like 70,000 people, all there listening to what this speaker has to say. And I see that as me. So there's an example of a picture that doesn't have to be of you acquiring the bling. But there's nothing unspiritual about the bling. You could have other pictures of you or of the back of someone you pretend is you, surrounded by laughing children, surrounded by nature and beauty, surrounded by friends that are hysterically laughing. You could have real pictures from earlier times in your life that you feel like that's who I really am. Put that up there. The power here in vision boards and photographs is that they take your mind, thoughts become things, they take your mind immediately to the end result. That is so cool. You don't put pictures of yourself on your vision board of you hanging out in a singles bar, right? You don't put pictures on your vision board of you slogging through your first novel. You put a picture on your vision board of, a mocked up cover of your first novel. You put a picture of your vision board of you either surrounded by friends or with a love interest, or you close your eyes and visualize that you have found that one special person. That's how you do it. Vision boards, scrapbooks, and photos on your refrigerator, your bathroom mirror is also a great place, take you immediately to an end result that implies it's already happened. I'm already there. Here's a snippet from the lifestyle of my wildest dreams. It's just a snippet. Okay, so details and vision boards are just like absolute rocket fuel, because instead of you wandering through the house these days, how am I going to get there? What am I going to do? You see a picture of you or of a natural landscape that's like, oh, that's out there. That's waiting for me. That's coming close. This is a picture of your dream car. Oh, baby, that's going to be so much fun to drive when I can start driving again. You put it, these pictures take you to the dream already came true. I'm already there. I'm already living it. It's totally rocking. I love my life. This is the power. This is so juicy. Now, here is the big caveat, the biggest caveat of all. Drum roll, please. The details are visualized and affirmed and plastered all over your home. You should have seen my home 20 years ago. I had multiple vision boards. They're visualized, they're used to get you excited about the transformation, the lifestyle. In and of themselves, that picture of you or somebody in front of the Grand Canyon or basking on a beach in Tahiti, in and of itself, it's not that important, is it? Details are a dime a dozen. It might not be the Grand Canyon. It might be Yosemite. Okay, it might not be Yosemite. It might be Mount Kilimanjaro. Are you going to really be like, oh, I'm on Kilimanjaro, but I really wanted to be at the Grand Canyon? It's like, on your way home, you can stop at the Grand Canyon if that really matters to you. Too often, and this is the whole crux of the matter, we get attached to these trinkets that are on our vision board, these snippets that are reflective of a life well lived. It is the life well lived that you attach to. Attach, insist upon nothing less than your cup overflowing. But the details, they're just bling. You might never go to Tahiti because you're going to move to Hawaii, Kauai, and live on the most remote Jurassic Park island in the Pacific. Okay. And that's not going to be so bad because it would have been a confluence of all of your other thoughts besides your Romeo or Juliet is waiting for you right now in Kauai. And it might not be the South Seas or the Pacific Ocean. It might be Bali. It might be, Capri in Europe. It might be who knows where. So the stuff on your vision board, we're not excluding them. We're not saying, no, I can't attach to Tahiti. We're not even thinking in those terms. We're thinking, oh, me on Tahiti, that would so suit me. Tahiti or better, baby. By having general end results that we get excited about with details, we leave room for or better 24/7. The door is open. I think my book is going to be a hit and Oprah will love it. But if not, it might be my next book, or it might be the fact that I'm now starting to spread my entrepreneurial wings on the internet. Or it might be that my former employer is going to ask me to be a business partner. Or it might be you're leaving the door open. We're not excluding any details. So your idea of the right person, the right bling, the right car, the ideal dream vacation may still be the perfect thing for you. And we're not excluding it. You're using it to visualize, to get excited about infinite possibilities. But no longer are you going to attach to it. So let me restate what I started to say earlier. The reason we visualize and immerse ourselves in all of the glorious details is to get excited about the greater big picture of end result that'll bring that and much more. We do not visualize the details in order to make them our end results. They're not our end results. They're a dime a dozen. In the end, there will be a how my dream came true story. And in the end, there will be specific people behaving specific ways that thrill you. And in the end, there will be details galore that you didn't even know existed at the outset of your journey. So there's nothing wrong with who's and how's and details and bling and all that stuff seen in the right light. Don't make them your end results. See them as possibilities that or better. It's so easy. So everything you've been doing heretofore with vision boards, affirmations, pictures on your refrigerator, creative visualization, keep on doing it. But don't attach to those images. Attach to what they come from, something far greater. What's more important to you? Wealth and abundance or the newest, latest bright red Ferrari? Now, I know my audience, so probably none of you want a red Ferrari right now. But the distinction, of course you'd want wealth and abundance, and you wouldn't choose a Ferrari. Wealth and abundance can give you the Ferrari, or get something that's more suited to you, or forego driving altogether. That's the freedom of wealth and abundance. Now, you might get excited about wealth and abundance if you're a car kind of person and you want to visualize a Ferrari on your vision board, but don't insist on the Ferrari. Just use it because it speaks of the potential you're going to have and the freedom you're going to have to do whatever you want. So love that Ferrari, visualize that Ferrari, but don't attach to that Ferrari, attach to the mother lode, wealth and abundance. Same thing with friends and laughter. You might think that person needs to behave this way because I've been married to them for 72 years and it's about time they showed me some love. What you really care about is a loving, joyful, mutually adventurous relationship with somebody that makes your heart sing. Okay. And you're like, well, I'm 94 years old and I don't know who. It's not your job to know who. Forget that stuff. Okay. People are living a lot longer right now, enjoying life a lot more right now. And if this person is just for 42 years not been checking the boxes, what does that say? Why? Love them and say goodbye. This is not about breaking up relationships, but it's just about saying, recognize what you want. A rocking, joyful relationship with this person or better. Settle for nothing less than a rocking, joyful relationship. Do not insist that somebody deliver it to you. Okay, so this is the day. Here is your worksheet. For all of you new or mature, I don't want to say old, uh, under my video right now, whether live or recording, prior to me going live, we're always putting the week's PDF. So you've got summary lessons and you've got some fill in the blanks, the title or phrase of the next chapter of your life, and then you're going to flush out, dress it up with details. Details that may come into your life or they may not, because something better is going to come into your life. I've given you an example of this on the back or page 2, however your printer works, of one for me, self-realization and effortless living. My details may not resonate with you. My end result may not resonate with you. When you get more and more ethereal with end results, you're going to get more and more ethereal here. And so, it's unique that way if you're going to follow my example. But I could have said lots of money, new car, new boat, new house, new vacations, there's nothing unspiritual about anything. You want health and healing? Do it. You want love and romance? Do it. And you can, here's a question that always comes up. So let me walk you through a little guided visualization. Prior to closing your eyes, this is a shorty. I want you to realize the question comes up all the time. I'm going to put you in a scene at the beach, my favorite place, with somebody who utterly adores you and who you utterly adore. Now, the question will come up. Now, you just said don't imagine specific people behaving specific ways. When you want love and romance, and there's already somebody in your life, or even there's nobody in your life, but you think you know who you want that person to be, there's no harm in actually visualizing that person behaving better, behaving the way you want them to behave. Don't make that your end result. No. That is a possibility. That is a detail we're going to visualize. That or better will be brought to you. So what you really want is a rocking, joyful, mutually beneficial love, romantic interest. And if you want, you could visualize a lot of different scenarios being with a person, but never looking at who it is. Or you can visualize them and their face, but you can't insist that they're going to take the bait and run with it. At least you'll preserve that option. At least you'll create those feelings in yourself. And those feelings are what rearrange the stars to bring to you that which you envisioned or better. So yes, you can visualize specific people behaving specific ways, not as end results, but as possibilities, as details. Because what you really want, and don't lose sight of this, is a rocking, joyful relationship. So you can visualize that person, but you cannot insist on that person. I wish I could be with you, and make sure you don't do that, because you're deluding yourself and you're giving away your power and you're slamming shut doors. Now, we're not excluding that person. It might be that person, but we're not going to hold out and let them hijack our happiness forever. Okay, we're going to do all we can with what we got from where we are. So now, close your eyes. I want you to imagine that you're at a beach at sunrise. It's desolate. It's quiet. The sun just came up. You and somebody you love are walking along the shoreline. It is so, so beautiful. You're holding hands. You can feel the warmth in their palm. And it feels like love. It's just love come alive in your life. You can smell the salt. You can hear the waves, the seagulls. There's a few distant clouds, but the sun is beginning its big march across the sky, and it is absolutely heaven. And you feel so alive, so healthy, so fit, so trim, so full of vitality. And you've got this person that loves you as much as you love them. And you're walking silently along this shoreline, just soaking up. When you thought it might never happen. There were times when you were alone and there was no one on the horizon. There were times when you struggled in other relationships. But yet now here you are, walking along the beach, a deserted quiet beach except for the waves and the seagulls. And in the palm of your hand is absolute, pure, animated love. You turn and look at the person you're with. Go ahead, anybody you want. And they're crying, happy tears, because they're feeling exactly what you're feeling. And you give each other this incredible hug, just an incredible hug that just fills you with even more love. And you decide to sit down, your feet actually being kissed by the waves as they lap all the way up to where you are at the beach. And the two of you are sitting facing the ocean. And you are overcome with this sense of gratitude, deep, immense gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you, God. Thank you, universe. Thank you. Fill in your own name. Thank you for persevering. Thank you for never giving up. Thank you for the creative visualization. Thank you for the vision boards and all the affirmations. Thank you for diversifying your life at the same time you wanted somebody in your life and there was not that person at that time. You worked on being the best you could, and my God, you have found your mirror twin flame who has done all the same things and totally understands you like no one has ever understood you before. You've got your arms around each other, sitting side by side, looking out. You turn to face them again. Oh my God, beauty. This is surely God come alive in your life. And you give each other a little kiss on the lips. You can feel their lips on your lips. Ecstasy. To be one with this person forever. What could be better? But you've got that because you've got now. And this moment is the pinnacle of so many changes in your life. Finances, health, well-being, clarity, creative fulfillment in your life. And this is the cherry on top. And you're struck again with that incredible sense that this was an inevitable moment in your life, that this was destined, written in the stars, and you always knew it, and that's why you never stopped, and that's why you never gave up. This was written. It was coming, and it was there all along. If only you had known that with a tad bit more certainty during the trials and the tribulations would have been a hoot. You knew this was coming. This would be your reward. This and all else that will come from it. And your mind begins to reel at the infinite possibilities of sharing life and love and eternity with this person who so deeply appreciates everything about you. Well done, amigo, amigas. Well done. Welcome back. Your life is just the envy of all, but this is not what you were after. And perhaps the next chapter of your life, beyond this chapter's full bloom, is helping other people get to where you now are, because everyone deserves to feel as good as you now feel.